Hello there. I'm Dr. Cross. Nice to meet you. Yes, I'm going to be your chiropractor today. So I read your file, but can you tell me a little bit about what's going on for you? Okay, so a little bit of TMJ. All right, and your neck. Some shoulder pain too. Okay. They often go hand in hand. And I know I have your information here, but are there any preferred names you like to go by or preferred pronouns? Okay, I just like to double check. And it says here that you've had this pain for about 2 months now. Is that about right? Was there anything that triggered the pain? Okay. Have you seen a dentist about the TMJ? All right, and you have a night guard? Okay, good. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, so we're going to do an adjustment today and a bit of an assessment at the same time so that hopefully we'll get you out of some of this pain right now instead of doing just the assessment and having you make an appointment for next week to actually have an adjustment. Yeah, I hate to make clients wait that long, so we'll continue to assess as we go along. And I'm going to do a pretty light treatment today just to see how you handle it, okay? All right, so first of all, is it okay for me to touch you? All right, so I am going to first just take a look at your posture, okay? So don't feel uncomfortable, just stand like you normally would. Okay. So I'm just going to work my way down. So looking especially at your ears to see if your head is crooked at all. It helps me to tell where you may be having pain points. Okay. All right, it's okay if I touch your ears? Okay. And looking at your eyes. Nose, mouth, chin. Okay. All right. I'm going to put my hands on your shoulders. All right. Does that feel okay? Okay, I'm going to keep my hands here for a minute. Try to push up against my hands. Okay, good. All right. Is it all right if I touch your hips? Okay, you have a loose shirt on, so it's hard for me to exactly tell where your hips are. Okay, a little raised. One leg definitely looks a little bit longer than the other. Okay, it's very common, but it can lead to some imbalance. All right, so I'm going to have you put your arm out in front of you and put your thumb and forefinger together. And then what I want you to do is not let me separate your fingers. Okay, and on the other side, let's do the same thing. Put your hand out, thumb and forefinger together, and don't let me pull them apart. Okay, good. It's to tell if you have more strength in one area than the other. All right, so I'm actually going to do a similar test with your head. So I'm going to put my hand on the side of your head. Now I want you to not let me push your head to the side. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, very good. Okay, same thing on the other side. Hand on your head. 1, 2, 3. Don't let me move you. Okay, good. And then same thing with my hand on your forehead. And 1, 2, 3. Don't let me push you back. Good. And then on the back of your head. 1, 2, 3. Don't let me push your head forward. Very good. All right. And I want to see a little bit of range of motion, just side to side, because you said that's where it's hurting. So let me have you tilt your head. I'm actually going to tilt it for you and see how far I can move it. Okay. All right. Yep. So very limited range of motion. Let's go to the other side. Yeah, you should be able to move it about an inch away from your shoulder, and we're not quite there. So, okay, we'll work on that. That is fine. All right. I think that's the majority of my assessment. Okay. So, I'm going to palpate a little bit and feel the muscles of your jaw, feel the muscles of your neck and your back. Okay, so I'm going to start with your jaw, if that's okay. All right. Yeah, I'm feeling the muscles and the bones to see if anything's out of alignment. Okay. And what I'm going to do on your jaw, I'm going to start the treatment on your jaw, if that's okay, because you said that's the area that's most painful. So I'm going to start with a structural gun. It's not a real gun, but it just kind of pops the joint back into place. So you'll hear a little clicking noise, okay? So I'm just going to do this on this side first. One more time. Okay, there we go. Good. All right, and on the second side, on your other side. Okay, good. And one more time. Good. Does that feel okay? All right. Now what I'm going to use on your jaw, I have a special tool for this. So you may have seen these before, these massage guns. This one is special because I do a lot of work with TMJ, and you know that's temporomandibular joint disorder. If you add the D onto the end, the temporomandibular joint is right in here. And we can get a lot of pain in that area from grinding or even just clenching our teeth. I know a lot of people will say, but I don't grind my teeth. I can tell I don't do that, but you may clench, and you clench 10 times stronger in the middle of the night. So it's one of the reasons why one of the first treatments that you get is a night guard that you wear while you sleep, so that you won't clench. Yeah. So I'm going to start off. This has several different settings. That's the lowest setting, and it goes all the way up until it turns off. So I am going to put this on the very lowest setting. I'm going to place my hand on the side of your head, and I'm going to use this right on your jaw, up and through here. It's really good if you're getting ear pain. Yeah, okay. So hand on your head. Does that feel okay? It's all right? I like this one because it's not very loud. Some of them are very, very noisy. And they don't always have a low enough setting so that I feel comfortable using them on the jaw. So I was very happy to find this one, especially with the flat head. Okay, that is enough on that side. I don't want to do too much the first time, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Just going up the side. Yes, and we're cleaning all of these after each client, so you don't have to worry about that. This is a great gun because each of these pieces comes off, so they're very, very easy to clean. When I work on your back, I'm going to use actually this. I'm probably going to use this on your neck too. If there's trigger point sections, I'm going to use this one. so that I can get deeper. I'm probably not going to do a lot of this today though, because we're just doing your first session. I don't want you to be sore tomorrow. I am going to give you some BioFreeze though that you can use if you need it tonight in case you're sore. Hot bath wouldn't hurt either. So, okay. So, would you open your jaw for me? As wide as you can. All right. Try that one more time. Yeah. I am used to the clicking. Okay. Well, we're not going to do any kind of cracking of your jaw. That's not something we do in here. So, but I am going to move on to working on your neck because that can be very, very attached to your jaw. So we're not going to do a whole lot with your jaw other than the massage. And the work on your neck and your back should help adjust things so that your jaw is feeling better as well. Okay, so I'm going to palpate your neck, just feeling your spine. Okay, all right, and I'm going to use the structural gun again. Setting that up. All right, so I'm gonna just adjust your neck because you're leaning to one side. Okay, again. Okay, good. And then a little lower down on the other side. Yeah, your spine's kind of moving from side to side, so we're gonna do that on the other side, just a little lower down. Good. One more time. Perfect. Okay. Good, good, good. Let me palpate that again. All right. Is it okay with you if I crack your neck, if I adjust your neck? I know it can freak people out. I'm going to be pretty gentle. It should feel good, okay? But I'm going to start off with a little bit of the massage gun. Okay. So I want you to just stay right where you are. I'm going to use a pretty low setting and just go down the side of your neck. This is just to sort of warm up the tissue, and then I will use a slightly higher setting after the adjustment, okay? Does that feel good? Yeah, that's the part. I'm going to get your shoulder a little bit too. Okay, on the other side. We'll definitely do that again, don't worry. Massage gun is a favorite part for most people. Okay, so I'm going to just hold on to your head. I want you to just breathe for me. Okay. Take a deep breath and let it out. Okay, good. Very, very good. All right. Take a deep breath and let it out. Good. Good. That was great. All right, just move around a little bit. Okay. All right, we're going to do one more on your neck, okay? Are you doing all right? Okay. So take a deep breath and let it out. There, good. Very, very good. Okay. All right. I'm just going to do a few more little adjustments. Just a little, yeah, a little bit of popping, but nothing like the adjustment, right? Okay, good. Okay, so feel okay? That feel a little bit looser? All right, how about your jaw? Does your jaw feel any better now that we've adjusted your neck? Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna take a look again. Touch your ears. That looks better. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit more massage on your neck. Then I'll move to your shoulders because that's already a pretty big adjustment. It's definitely looking more even in your jaw Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit higher setting on your neck. And just hold your head. Have you ever been to a chiropractor before? Okay. Were there things you liked or didn't like? Alright, good to know. Okay. So we work a little bit differently. Yep, we're not trying to keep you here for years. I know. That's always the fear, I think, that you will be coming in for the rest of your life. But that's not our goal. Our goal is to get you feeling better and to give you the tools to be able to take care of yourself so that this doesn't happen again. We're always here for you if you need us. I'm going to do the other side. But the goal is not to have you come in forever. Does that feel okay? It's not too much pressure? Okay. Yeah, that side's not as bad. All right. Yeah, I'm going to teach you some self-massage techniques on your jaw once we've kind of gotten it to a place where it's a little less tender. It's a really good thing for me to teach you because kind of the best way to massage your jaw is to go into your mouth. Oh, I know it looks funny, but most massage therapists, unless they're specifically trained, don't want to do intraoral work, and in a lot of states they can't do intraoral work. But you can do it on yourself, and I've got some good handouts, and I can give you a little bit of an anatomy lesson on your jaw, because most people don't know exactly where the muscle is. It's a little bit of an awkward position. It looks really weird. You probably don't want to do it in front of anybody else, but you can get around this bone and then get to that muscle in a way you can't from the outside, which is really nice. So I will eventually teach you that, because TMJ doesn't always go away. Sometimes it's like a version of arthritis. So you may always have it, but you definitely don't have to have the pain from it. Like, you may have to be careful, and you may have to wear your night guard, and you may have to do some massage. I can also, we don't sell them here because we just don't want that conflict of interest. I think that people worry when their doctors are selling them too much, but I can tell you where to get it from, and I actually do have a discount code for you to get it. It's not expensive. So this is the professional version. So this one is more expensive. They last a lot longer, but just an at-home version that you're not using several times a day is much less expensive. So I can tell you where to get that. If you like it, I have one at home that I use all the time whenever I'm having issues. So, all right, we're gonna do a little work on your shoulders and your back. Is that okay? You feeling all right? You're up to it? Okay. So I'm gonna do some of the structural gun. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna go on this shoulder. Very good. Nice. Great. Good, good, good. Okay, and I am going to do an adjustment if that's okay. All right. It shouldn't be much in your shoulder. Okay, so let me just take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Good. I think that's all we're going to do on your shoulder. I'm going to manipulate it a little bit. Okay. Nice. And a little bit of the massage gun. Just down around your shoulder blade. Yep. So this is nice because you can get your shoulder blade yourself. You can also do it this way. And you can get some of those like hard to hit areas that you can't massage yourself with your hands, because you can use the massage gun and it feels really good. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do for right now. And as you get more used to the treatments, again, we can use this, and it really gives pressure in very specific areas if you're having some trigger point issues. Okay, so I'm going to use a structural gun on your other shoulder, and then do a little bit more assessment. Okay. Yeah, that shoulder is really out of alignment. You're kind of rolling it in. Can you feel that? It's probably really tight in the back too. So your pec is probably really tight. The muscles in the back are probably really stretched out and uncomfortable. Yeah, so the structural gun hopefully will push that back a little bit. I'll also give you some exercises you can do, like in a door jam. You put your hands up like this in a door jam and lean forward. It'll stretch out that pec a little bit. I have a shower, a stand-up shower, and sometimes after my back is nice and warm, after my body's warm, I'll just in the corner do that right in the corner. Feels really good. So I'm going to do an adjustment on this shoulder. There may be a little bit more going on in this shoulder, okay? Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Okay. That okay? All right, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Nice. Okay, good. Let's do one more. Is that okay? Because it's actually really working well. Your shoulder's really moving back. So let's do one more. Deep breath in and out. Great. Oh, that's great. Okay, so that shoulder is now back the same as the other shoulder. They're both still rounded a little bit. Very common. We sit a lot. When we sit, we do this. A standing desk might be really helpful for you. Yeah. And like I said, I'll give you some stretches that you can do. I'm going to do a little bit of massage gun on that side too. So they're still a little rounded now, but this one isn't as much in. So that's great. That made a big difference. So let's do a little bit of the massage. It'll also help with it not being as sore. And get that those muscles warmed up a little bit. A little bit on the pec too. Feel good? Okay. Right. Beautiful. That looks so much better. Okay. All right, so the next thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you cross your arms like this. Okay. And I am going to reach behind you, and I'm going to use my fist. I'm going to kind of pull in to do a back adjustment, okay? Okay. I'm going to use the structural gun afterwards, as I think it will be more effective to kind of get your spine as straight as possible before I see what adjustments need to still be made with the structural gun, okay? All right, so I'm going to reach around like a bear hug, take a deep breath in, and breathe out. Not bad. Ah, there we go, okay. Deep breath in, a little lower down, breathe out. Okay, good. Deep breath in, a little lower down, breathe out. Nice, beautiful. Okay, move your shoulders around a little bit. Okay, I'm going to work a little bit more on the spine. Yep. No, your spine's not too out of alignment. Your neck is bad. So forward to back, you know, you need more of a neck curve than you have. And kind of the same thing around your sacrum. So your low back is not as curved as it needs to be. But you're not having a lot of spinal problems side to side. So your spine's not doing this. That's why I don't need the structural gun much, except around your neck. Yeah. Yeah, so most of your problem is forward and back. So I will also get you to do some yoga where you kind of figure 8 on your hip bones. I have a well-written description of how to do the exercise, and I will show it to you as well. Actually, I'll have one of the techs show it to you in the workout room. And then you can do that to try and move your sacrum to tilt it a little bit forward. Yeah, it's a little too, your low back's a little too flat, and it's probably causing some of the problems in your hips as well, because your hips are out of joint. Okay, I am going to use a structural gun a little bit though. Okay, good. Other side. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, don't shy away from it. I'm going to hold your shoulder. Okay, good. That's all we needed to do on your back, except for the massage gun. So I'll do that a little bit. Just along your low back and on the side of your spine. Yeah, obviously not on your spine. Okay. On the other side. Yeah, so I know this feels really good. From a treatment standpoint, you don't need it a whole lot. That's why it's nice to have one of these at home, so you can do this as long as you want when you're at home, because I know it feels really good, but you don't really need it a whole lot. Okay, unless we find some trigger points. Okay, let's have you stand up straight. All right, put my hand on your head, down. So your ears are still a little off, but not much. Not nearly as bad as when you came in. Going down to your jaw. Good. That is looking and feeling much better. And your shoulders. Your shoulders are level. The one that was curved in is now level with your other shoulder. Yeah, it was making it look like this shoulder was lower. But it was more that it was rolled. So now that it's back, it's actually level. Okay, moving down to your hips. Okay, so we may still need to do some work, especially with that leg that is a little bit longer. We're going to want to do some traction, but not today. This was a very good start for today. Any part of your body that's out of alignment is going to throw off other body parts. So today I did focus on the areas of immediate distress to get you some relief. But if we don't address the other areas that are out of alignment, there's more of a likelihood that even your jaw will go back to the way it was, because there's something about the way you're standing, the way you're walking, the way you're sitting, the way you're sleeping that's affecting this as well. And it may be something in your hips, something in your legs, something in the way you're walking that's throwing your back off, that's throwing your shoulders off, that's throwing your neck off, which is then throwing your jaw off. So we want to address everything, but for today, I think we're going to leave it where it is. I'm going to do a little bit of assessment again. So I'm going to tilt your head. Oh, much better. Look at that. Much better range of motion, okay? Let's go to the other side. Sure, we're all a little creaky. Okay, very nice. That looks great. Good. All right. Yeah, no, I'm impressed. How are you feeling? Oh, you want to take the massager home? I don't blame you. So I am going to have the tech show you the figure 8 rolling, show you the pec stretch. We're not going to do the jaw massage today, but we will do that soon. And we do have a foam roller that I'm going to have you put long behind your shoulders, and I'm going to have you just roll it down to the base of your rib cage and back up. And this is something you can do at home too. I would try it here for a little bit. If you find you love it and it really helps with your back, there's lots of places you can get a foam roller. So you can get that. I have one client who got their foam roller on a buy nothing group, so they just went and picked it up from a neighbor. So there's a lot of options out there for you. And then next week when you come in, we'll do some more assessment. I'll have you walk around the office, and I'll work on your legs more after I see your gait a little bit more. Okay? Oh, it was lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming in today. I'm going to give you some of the BioFreeze to use. If you are in pain, if you wake up tomorrow and you are in pain, I want you to call the office, because you should not be in pain. You may be a tiny bit sore, especially in your jaw. It should not be pain. So a little bit of like when you open your mouth wide, you can feel it feels a little different. That's okay. But if you wake up and you're like, ooh, that's tender, or I can't bite into an apple, or I don't feel I can open my jaw wide, or, you know, my shoulder's really achy, I want you to call the office, okay? Because we'll either be able to give you some tips to work with it, or we'll have you come in, okay? All right, and then we'll schedule another appointment for you, and hopefully we'll get you feeling all better very soon. Okay, thanks so much for coming in. Bye-bye.